Hey, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my channel and my creative life. So this year I signed up for a Christmas card swap and I was really excited to make these cards. So what I did is I opened up Cricut Design Space. I'm using the basic shapes. I'm using a star, a rectangle, a star, a triangle, and two squares, which I'm turning into rectangles. So the first rectangle I'm making is the actual card size. So I hit the padlock and unlocked it, changed it to 4¼ by 5½. Now the triangle, I also unlocked it because I wanted it more tree shaped, which you can see there on the screen. The star, I'm keeping the same shape, but I'm just changing the size. And then the other square, I'm switching into another rectangle, which is going to be the tree trunk. Now I did change the colors to all those shapes mostly because I just wanted to see them against that dark gray background, not necessarily for the colors or that I need. And then what I decided to do once I aligned it is I'm going to be cutting out or slicing out each of those smaller shapes from the card base or the larger rectangle. Now, when you slice something in Cricut Design Space, you can only slice 2 items. So that's what I'm doing. I'm highlighting the star and then the main rectangle, the triangle, and then the main rectangle, etc. Now, I could have also just highlighted all of the pieces and then hit the attach button, because in the make screen area they would have cut out and it would have been the same, but I wanted to do it individually because I just wanted to make sure this is exactly what I wanted. So I only cut out one at this time because I'm practicing, I'm playing around with it. But what I'm doing is, as you can see, and I don't know whether to call that like an overlay or like a stencil. I mean, it really could be used for anything. But what I decided to do is I'm going to take that tan piece, and on the back, I'm going to add just strips of scraps. So if you are a paper crafter, whatever that means, scrapbooker, card maker, etc., you probably have tons of scraps just like I do. So I keep my scraps separated by color in little Ziploc or larger Ziploc bags, and then I put them in magazine holders on a shelf, if that makes sense. I'll show you one day. But anyhow, all I did, like I said, I pulled out a bunch of green, I pulled out some brown, and also some yellow. I just used solid colors for the most part. Now the brown for the trunks they do have a star, which is super cute. And there are some pattern papers in the green, but I didn't want to mix way too many patterns. I think that just gets too crazy. So like I mentioned, for the most part, it is scraps of green cardstock, but you'll see. So again, this one I'm just playing with. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing, but it sounds pretty easy, and in my head it's going to be super cute. So like I mentioned, I just started cutting out some strips and I'm just laying them down. I use some liquid adhesive to put around the cutouts so I didn't have to put glue on every piece of paper, and I'm just stacking them. And some of these are kind of straight, some of them are, I say kind of because nothing's ever really straight, and some of them are just a little slanted, but either way they're just stacked on top of each other. But look at that, isn't that super cute? So I'm looking at that thinking, yes, I love it, it's super cute, but also I feel like it might need something else. So again, probably should have done this beforehand, but this is my sample piece, so I'm playing around. I'm going to use a large background stamp, and it just says Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year's, all kinds of holiday greetings all over it. So I took out those cutouts, and I'm using those to block the papers that I already placed down there because I don't want those to be stamped on. I just want the base of the card. So I'm using red ink and I'm just stamping it right in the middle of it. Now the bad thing is the stamp is just a little bit smaller than the size of this overlay. So I do have to add a little bit more ink and then move the stamps down and then stamp the bottom and also the top of that. But you can see here how much better or how much of a difference it makes. So I am going to go ahead and grab a scrap piece of paper to put underneath so I don't get ink all over my my desktop or my pad. And then I'm just going to say, like I did, or do what I do what I said, and add some ink on the very bottom and on the very top of this card. I'm thinking it looks super cute. But if you also notice over on the right and left sides, there's just a little bit more emptiness because of the smaller stamp. So I'm just going to use a finger dauber and just add some of that same red ink and just ink the edges, just kind of in a wonky, nothing fancy, quick way. Now, what I don't show you because I thought I filmed and I thought I was done, but I ended up doing a black pen, fine tip black pen, and did like a faux stitching around the shapes. I also added some glitter glue to add some ornaments on there. But isn't that cute? I hope you like this. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you hit subscribe. And thank you so much for watching, and happy holidays to all. Bye.